Favorites are Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright, and I do literary criticism because I'm a grad student, and I think what they do is sports criticism, and it's beautiful.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, that's right. Okay. My guy Lloyd Sy. Follow him on Twitter at LloydSy333. What a legend. What a legend with great taste.
I love that show. The Nick and Shannon show is so great. I listen to it all the time.
No,
the takes are fire.
Okay, Coach, don't you blow out my candle to make yours burn brighter. That is a great moment. He's got great taste. I don't know what
He's mimicking your hairdo, too.
No, he's not mimicking anything. He's his own man. No, he looks great.
How did he do on Jeopardy?
He won. He's the champion,
Did he
actually,
win?
Coach. He'll be back today winning more money because he's obviously a genius with great taste.
There was no sports topic.
There was no sport.
Nick, be honest. You know him.
No.
You mentored him.
No. The guy just
Back
has
in
great
Kansas
taste.
City, they were together.
He went to
Why?
Nick's high
He did an
school.
internship.
This is like the coolest moment of my life.
No doubt.
And y'all are ruining it.
I thought it was good. Lions at Packers Sunday night. Winner goes to the playoffs. Green Bay favored. Here's Rodgers talking about the future.
I got a lot of great memories here at Lambeau, and hopefully can add another one on Sunday. You don't know what the future holds, but when I think about that, it's nothing but gratitude. Not remorse or sadness, just gratitude for the time that I've been here, the amazing memories that I've had on this field. Been a lot of great moments, but I'm still undecided. We're all undecided about the future, and we're just going to enjoy Sunday night and hopefully have some more to play for.
Huh? What?
What are you talking about? I don't get it.
What do you?
Well, it's talking about manifesting, success, and then all of a sudden we're talking about the future. That was odd.
Well, here's the thing. Does everyone at the table agree there's no chance he's retiring?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've talked about that before. So what's he talking about?
I don't know.
So I have not been able to reconcile all for the last month, and I know you guys have thought it's silly, but I'm adamant in it, why the Packers seemingly didn't even consider wanting to get a better look at Jordan Love.
Oh, my God.
Because they're about to be in the playoffs.
They're going to get in the playoffs.
Okay, first of all, I don't know that they
Easy
are.
answer for that one.
Second of all,
And they're paying the other dude
set that
$50
aside.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry, we interrupted your take.
I don't know why people think
This
LeBron
happens on-
James is a good basketball player. No, I mean, really, is that obvious?
No,
He never gets interrupted on Nick and Shannon.
Wow. I mean, God dog it. Is Craig
Go ahead.
Akers
Sorry.
on
Start
next?
again.
Right in?
Start again.
Okay.
Start again. You had a theory.
No, it wasn't.
We're buying
it
it.
seemed
Okay,
like
we'll
it
listen.
was.
I'm sorry.
It was irrational. And then the word out of Green Bay is it's because they don't need to see Jordan Love. They're picking up his option, no matter what. But that also seemed irrational because that option is for more than $20 million. And while that won't go into effect next year, it would go into effect the year after. And you have Rodgers under contract then. So it's like, wait, you're picking up that option and then going to trade Jordan Love, but nobody's seen him play. And someone, I brought this point up to, someone far more respectful than you three jokers, Mark Schlereth, and he said he believes it's because the Packers, wasn't reporting this, it's just his intuition, the Packers have decided this is Aaron's last run, that we are trading Aaron after this year. And then I was talking with our dear friend Colin Cowherd. Again, that would be a good show, Nick and Colin. Maybe we can work with that since you guys just laugh at my theories. But he said he thinks your guy, Mike Vrabel, might try to make a run at Aaron Rodgers. And I'll tell you this much. Letting Aaron have the last run, and then Aaron all of a sudden ominously talking about, we'll decide. It's been great playing at Lambeau almost in the past tense. To me, absolutely opens the door, Coach, that this will be Aaron Rodgers' last season with the Packers, that they will be trading him, that they will be moving on to Jordan Love, which is the exact timeline that the Rodgers-Favre thing happened. 3 years after drafting a guy in the first round, he still wanted to play. You were ready to move on. It's not a shocking, crazy idea, and it seems like Aaron thinks it's on the board. At least that's how I read those comments.
Well, it's shocking from this perspective is there's $99 million in dead money. So how do you get past the $99 million?
No. If you cut him, there is. If you're trading him, it's far different. Trading him, it's like $40 million, but you're paying Jordan Love nothing next year, so you could deal with it.
Okay, $40 million is still a substantial,
amount.
I think it would be the greatest amount that we've seen in terms of dead money. I know we're hitting new peaks each year with that. The idea of him going to Tennessee, look, I don't think Mike would turn down a Hall of Fame quarterback, but there's also a type of player that fits into that system, and I don't know if that his personality totally fits into the system and the philosophy of the way the Titans are built. Now, could it happen? Yeah, it could happen. It's just, this whole thing is just it's difficult to swallow. If you have so much gratitude for Green Bay, why would you sign a contract like you signed? Why would we put him in such a bad position financially if you weren't planning to be there for 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, I mean,
it makes no sense.
The smart thing to say would be like, I'm under contract. Like, why are we talking about my future? I'm under contract. But I do think this about Aaron Rodgers. I think we'd all agree off the field, don't you think there's some similarities to a Phil Jackson, the great coach? I
Sure.
mean, okay. Phil Jackson was always about stay in the moment. And I really do think Aaron Rodgers' mentality is I'm just going to stay in the moment. That's when I'm at my best versus thinking about the future. This is my speculation, but that's where I think he's at. And I think he just doesn't, like philosophically, doesn't want to talk about the future or commit himself to something in the future except when there's money on the line, like the $50 million.
Well, I'm just saying, Chris, if you say in the moment, why is he always bringing up the future? Why is he even entertaining it? Why not just say,
they ask him questions.
I'm worried about this game, this is all I'm focused on, and we want to move forward. I don't want to be a distraction.
I don't think you'll be traded because of the contract. But if someone were to want him, and maybe this late run, even though he hadn't been great, maybe a team will say, you know what?
Somebody
we got all
would
the
want
other
it.
Okay, well, for that money, though.
Yeah.
If somebody will want him for that money, if I'm the Packers, I'd be open to trading him. Sure.
Guys, Wilds, go ahead.
No, I wouldn't trade him. He's great. It's a great
He's
player.
not great.
He should retire as a Packer.
Okay,
It's
okay, and
ridiculous.
Well,
Favre should too.
Favre.
What are we
Montana
talking
wasn't
about?
a great story. We went to the playoffs with the Chiefs.
No, but I'm saying, but he didn't
right.
retire with the
And
Niners.
Are
is
we
what I'm
also
saying.
assuming that Jordan Love is to Aaron Rodgers what Aaron Rodgers was to
No,
Brett Favre?
I'm not. But
That's a pretty.
listen, I agree with that. But all the reporting in Green Bay is that they are picking up that option. They have seen enough from him. And the point I have been trying to make, even though this Packers winning streak to some makes the point irrelevant, not to people that can see the bigger picture, but evidently that's
right.
one of one on the stage. The fact is they are right now trying to juggle two things at once that are not juggleable, which is Jordan Love being on this team with Aaron Rodgers when he's no longer essentially free. Right. And if they are both on the roster next year, then guess what? The trade value of either gets chopped by 80% because the whole league knows you've got to move on from one of them. If you're going to pick up the option, the only time you can trade either one of them and have real value is this offseason. And Rodgers' comment right there makes it seem like he thinks there's a possibility that is going to happen.
That's why Lions are going to win. Aaron's old favorite receiver, Devontae Adams, said he, quote, absolutely wants to return to Vegas and would prefer some input on who's throwing him the ball. Take a listen.
Do you want to come back and be a Raider again next year?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I came here, I wouldn't have been here or ended up here originally probably, if Derek wasn't here, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I won't be here, in the event that he's not here. That's my boy. Obviously, I got his back through anything. I think I've made that more than clear at this point, and I support him and support everything that he has, moving forward as well. But, my dream was to play for this team before he was a Raider, obviously, and at this point, I want to, obviously try to make this thing work.
Okay. Here are the notable free agent quarterbacks. I mean, Lamar's probably going to get a franchise tag, but Brew, out of these guys,
good for Mike White making that.
I threw him on there.
I mean, good for White.
That is
wow.
I gotta be honest, Wild. That is not a very inspiring.
I threw Mike. People like Mike White.
Not just Mike White, Sam Darnold, Nick's guy, Baker. I know Nick thinks he's a Pro Bowler in the making, but.
All right, so who do you want to be the Raiders quarterback?
If I'm Devontae Adams, and look, credit to Devontae for being a professional. You saw him last week with Jarrett Stidham. Like, obviously, he played a great game. He didn't harbor any, personal feelings because his guy wasn't quarterbacking. And he's from Northern California. He wants to play for the Raiders, even though, now they're in Vegas. But if I'm Devontae, if I'm the Raiders too, I'm thinking I want to get this guy a quarterback he's going to feel good about. He's losing Derek Carr, and the guy, that list or whatever, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is who the Raiders should go after. Obviously, you got a great receiver. They need to bring back Josh Jacobs, who'll be a free agent, but he comes back. You got a great running game. And the defense that I think has the pieces to improve.
A great tight end.
And then Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
Like, the connection, obviously, Brady McDaniels. So I think that's the landing spot, the good one for Brady, Coach.
He's going to be 46 years old, and it's not a long-term solution.
Right.
And it could be, maybe it's a Band-Aid. I think Jarrett the Javelin has your guy has a real chance of being the quarterback there in the future. And I know you want Devontae to feel good about whoever's there, but Josh McDaniels needs to feel good about whoever's there because he just made a significant organizational decision to move on from a guy that was pretty good.
Do you think if the Raiders should consult with Davante Adams about their quarterback decision?
In what context? Like for the draft? For free agency?
Free agency.
Is he going to come in and evaluate his mechanics, how he deals with protections?
Maybe. What if he is? What if he is?
Okay.
the guys at PFF can do it. Why can't Devontae Adams?
Cliff Kingsbury did a year kind of internship with us when we were in New England when he was the quarterback. So if Devontae,
so you guys are to blame.
If Devontae,
I wouldn't be claiming that one, Coach.
Claiming, I'm just saying that's what happened. He did become a head coach. So look, whatever. I'm just saying in this situation, if he wants to be an intern in the personnel department in the offseason and work on quarterbacks, great.
Here's what
I'm with Coach on that. I ask him, hey, what do you think about? We're looking at this guy. What do you think?
Keep him in the loop.
But keep him in the loop. But nothing deeper than that.
I think you have to at least pay lip service to the idea that his input is valued and important.